Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. You just listened to Dr. Kade Fayemi, the governor of Ekiti State, after during the Congress of the APC, then Ekiti State. So let's flip the page now and look into what is happening in the PDP. The People's Democratic Party appears to have tamed its devil and is very anxious to take out the APC from the stronghold of relevance at the center. How much effort it is made is yet to be seen, especially the anxiety towards the PDP National Convention slated for the end of the month in Abuja will be a determining factor going forward and for the nearest future of the party. Let's discuss these issues. I'm being joined tonight by Mr. Eddie Olafeso, a former PDP National Vice Chairman, Southwest, and Austin Okai, a member of the PDP. Both of them join me to discuss the state of affairs of the PDP. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Nice.
It's good to see you.
Nice to see you again, bro.
Let's begin the conversation.
Yeah.
What's your fear about the National Convention? Do you think everything is going on fine?
Usually, we should be anxious because of the perilous time that this country is going through, the challenges Nigerians have faced within the last 6 years, and that we have to get it right. We are the major political, opposition party to the APC. So our anxiety is to do it right, to get it right this time, so that in 2023 we are back to clean the audience table and lay to rest the unfortunate circumstance that brought these people to power since 2015.
One of my former guests on the program.
Absolutely.
You heard him.
I heard. I feel so sad for them. I think there is an issue of delusion here. If you think there's no problem in Nigeria today, and the fact that you have, several tens of millions of children out of school, you have increase in IDPs, insecurity, poor economy, and somebody will come to a major television station that to say everything is okay, you have to do just tinker here and there must be consensus, and then suddenly Nigeria will move forward. No, we are working so hard to ensure that our party is efficient to be able to, present an efficient government that will do better than what we have today.
Because what we wonder that it's only 6 years ago that APC got into power. Your party was there.
Yes.
And APC will tell you that your party bequeathed some of these problems, and they're trying to fix some of the mess that your party left.
The simple question you ask Nigerians: you better off now than you were 6 years ago? What's the exchange rate today? Can you travel from Kaduna to Abuja without actually looking behind yourself 1,000 times? You're going to make it? Tell me what exactly has happened better under APC than the People's Democratic Party in 2015. Is it the economy, the state of security, or corruption in public places? The destruction of the institutions that can bring this country to a better tomorrow. So, if they say that they are just paying lip service to national development, I think people in APC and PDP must all come together to find a pathway on which our nation can move forward and achieve our greatness. It cannot be potential all the time. When are we going to achieve that potential and become the pride of Africa the way we used to be during the Murtala Mohammed era and those beautiful halcyon days that we all look forward to make Nigeria a better place for all of us? For me, the APC knew what the game they are playing, and the game is over. And I know for sure our convention will convince the Nigerian people that a brand new image is going to be created for the People's Democratic Party. Their hope will be sustained, and there will be a new beginning for the pan-Nigerian project that will bring it a better society in which our children can begin to actualize their dreams for tomorrow.
I hope legality or legal issues will not frustrate that expectation that you have. Let me ask Austin. You are one of those who vehemently spoke against Prince Uche Secondus. Are you happy with what is happening?
Yeah, everything is working out according to the plan and arrangement. I'm very much happy. You can see, just as a doctor just said, everything is intact towards October 31st National Convention that will usher the party a new NWC that will take the affair of the party to a next level.
You're not concerned that there might be some legal landmines?
We are aware of some move by the APC to take advantage of what is.
The APC about
yeah.
APC is involved in the internal affairs of the party?
Very well.
How?
Now, you are aware that the ousted national chairman who left the party is still in the court.
Is he left the party?
No. He was a former national chairman.
He's
in the court.
Yeah.
When you immediately you ask Dr. Eddie about if we are afraid of any legal issue, and I know exactly what you are saying. The problem is that we are aware that some elements within APC that are unable to conduct their own state convention, congresses, are doing everything to frustrate us after they are unable to penetrate into the party itself and sabotage. You can see how we come up, 19 northern states, how we come up with a consensus as it stands now. PDP has a national chairman awaiting convention. This is so beautiful. Where has it ever been done? Which party can boast of that? It's not possible, except only PDP. They are they are aware. They are afraid. They are jittery. They have seen the sign.
Why are they jittery?
Because they
Why do you think they are jittery?
Because they are afraid of what is happening ahead of 2023. The arrangement, the preparation, the onward movement is scary. And they are very much aware that
the situation is different from what we saw in 2015 when they defeated you? You see, it's different from what we saw in 2019 when they defeated you?
We were not defeated in 2019, but
you were beaten.
We were not.
But you lost.
But in respect to the Supreme Court judgment, we accept that. Everybody knew that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar won that election of People Democratic Party.
No, everybody does not know.
But we were refused
you know why?
to.
So let's speak to facts. Good. Because you're on national television.
I'm very much aware of that.
So when people went to vote, the umpire gave out the result. Your party lost it. You went to court. You lost at the court. So when you say everybody knows that Atiku Abubakar won, the figures and the facts and the figures...
We went to the court.
Yeah.
In line with the result available to us from our own situation room.
Yeah.
On tamper result.
From your situation room?
Yes.
But you are not
and that's why we canvass for. That's why we canvass for. INEC are also human. Some of them are human beings. And Nigeria of all walks of life cry foul that the election was not transparent. Adjourned by international organization, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, that's the former country that colonized us. Everybody condemned what happened in the last election. It was one of the worst.
Okay, you say it was one of the worst elections?
Yes.
Okay, so it was that same election that you won Sokoto, you won Rivers.
Yes.
You won Oyo State. You defeated APC in Oyo State.
Yes.
You won.
There were several attempts.
You won Bayelsa.
There were several.
Won. So and yet
there were several attempts.
That is what
there were several attempts. You saw what happened in Rivers State, where the whole commandant, army barrack were deployed. We lost so many of our members who were resisting the attempt to manipulate the result of the election. The Oyo State was mass movement of the people. They came out to protect their own vote.
And that's the reason why I'm asking this question. I mean, just like lecturers in the university or students will say that when the student fails, they say the lecturer gave me. Exactly. When it passes, they say, oh, I got. Now, so it does sound like the narrative from politicians. When they lose election, they say it's not fair. When they win the election, they say it's a perfect election. So if you have won so many seats in the National Assembly, you won several states in the country because you lost the presidential election and you think that is a worse election.
Do you think
so? Is it fair to say that?
There is no way we approach court of competent judges, right from tribunal down to Supreme Court. You know how expensive it was? If we are not convinced, if we are not armed with the truth that we won the election truly and they refuse to announce us, which some of the reasons which I won't say here.
But they were able to announce you in the state you won. That's
because that was a state. And it's a state, that was a state.
Okay.
That
because
was
the same process. I mean,
there is, okay, why did
the logic
you
is
are aware,
on
you are
so,
aware.
No, if you run a race and you have 3-4 members of your team running in that race,
yes,
and one win and the other does not win, and you are saying that you are condemning the process,
right,
it's the same process that had members of your party winning state over from the ruling party.
Yes, just as I said, you are aware of
So
cyber.
I just don't
you
want
are,
us to destroy systems just because you are not
No,
happy.
we are not destroying
That's
the
what
system.
I'm...
Just as I told you that, do you know the election expenses to conduct a presidential election from primary election down to the general election? And after that, instead of you to go and rest, congratulate the person that defeated you and see how you can join hands to move the nation forward. You approach the court, drive from tribunal down to Supreme Court. You can't do that when you are not convinced.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I'm well convinced that we won that election and we're not declared.
Your conviction is the fact is against your conviction.
Maybe what my colleague is trying to tell you is that we need to build a stronger institution that we can count, depend on, and believe in. A lot of them went wrong in the 2019 election, but as Democrats, we've moved beyond that. We are learning the ropes. We're learning our lessons. We want to win convincingly in 2023, and that's the reason why you see that our approach to our convention is to establish that fact that, you see, no matter how much you try to want to use the institution saddled with the responsibility of, conducting election, it becomes over. I can tell you, no matter the circumstance, that INEC has been improving gradually to be able to do an election that we may believe in. And on our own part too, we must prepare as hard as possible. So our concern is for our party to, as quickly as possible, prepare against all eventualities.
All right, because the question I asked Mr. Okai
about
the possibility of the legal landmines, because there was a statement coming out from Prince Uche Secondus that he's not pressured to withdraw the case from court. He has the case in court. Are you worried that that might jeopardize or jettison the chances of the party in having a national convention?
The leadership of the party is sleepless in finding answers. And I can tell you, we have seen it in all the zones and in preparatory to our convention at the end of the month, that efforts are being made. Even where we feel that the efforts are not yielding result, we are not giving up. You see, the truth is that as Democrats, we don't expect to win all the time. And you see, we must test the judicial process and ensure that every decision we take from time to time will take care of everybody's interest and everybody is protected under the law. If an individual
is protected,
in this circumstance, it is the court that will determine that if he's protected or not. But we have eternal mechanism through which we look at things. This Prince Uche Secondus is one of the founding members of our party. If the leadership speaks with him, he listens, he obeyed the law, he vacated the seat, he allowed somebody to take over it, to let you know that, if it is necessary for us to attain peace and to bring about the desired goal of, uniting the party, there is no sacrifice too much for anybody to sacrifice for the party.
A little bird, just a little one, was whispering, was tweeting, and I was hearing that you might be running for office. Is that true?
A little bird.
A little one, just a little one, tweeting, not quite perching somewhere and tweeting and saying that you might be running for office.
It depends on my people. And there are a few things we need to
this is a very popular one.
Not necessarily. So you know me from the beginning. I am not a desperate politician. I have demonstrated that in Oshobo. When I ran for the national vice chairmanship position, they counted the result was 13 votes. And I quickly called the umpires, those who came to conduct that, enough is enough. Let me congratulate the winner. And I walked away from there. There are many people in our party like that. It is not, you want to serve, you want to give the best you have for the party. You see, our party is desirous of competent, capable hands to be able to say, if our party can do the right thing, create equity, justice, and mobilize people across the country, it is only then we can route these people up. Nigerians are tired of these characters out there.
Do you have a strategy as a party to defeat the APC?
Enormous strategy, and the leaders are working at it. And the strategy is, they even played the strategy for us. They are not doing well. It's the easiest strategy for us to actually take power from them. You know, if you look at what is happening in the economy, the number of unemployed, inflation, you buy diesel at 310, everybody is feeling the pinch. There are deaths in our school. There is nothing working for Nigeria. Your green passport is a form of disgrace when you travel across the world. It's enough, and Nigerians are tired of this. You know, 8 years. I mean, of 6 years of nothing.
So your party can do better.
Sir,
your party can do.
We did better when we were there. I can tell you. Don't let you and I judge that one here.
No, I wouldn't.
As you
I wouldn't go into that contest.
You are a powerful.
You are a very contestation.
You are a very
for
powerful. You are a very powerful vehicle. Your voice in this country carries weight. Just ask anybody on any form of medium, are you better today than you were 6 years ago? They will give you the answer. Look, I'm a farmer. I get to my farm, a slight noise around the farm means that they have actually come for me. The life is so insecure that nobody imagined this before. And when people begin to complain that government is not doing enough, you begin to see how people are being clamped down. This is a democratic environment where people are allowed to, you know, to say, yes, I don't want this. Where is Sunday Igboho today? Where is Nnamdi Kanu? What is happening to the fact that we cannot even discuss our union? What makes it impossible to discuss that Nigeria should be one or not?
Is that a new phenomenon?
Everybody is thinking about it, and our party is very sensitive to the fact that we must rearrange ourselves to ensure equity, to ensure fairness, to ensure fair play. And we must begin to do this through the party structure that is strong enough to be able to educate the masses out there about the challenges they are facing.
Would it be, I mean, is the party considering consensus for all the other positions?
Yes, consensus is part of our constitution. Where it's not possible, yes, it's part of it that you can arrange for people to agree. But where they fail to agree, everybody go to they will go to the Congress and make themselves available to this.
Are you being pushed as a consensus candidate?
Well, I have obtained a form and I've submitted a form. I'm presenting myself to the nation to be considered, you know, if I can serve this party for the long 20 years I have served. And I have never for one moment veered off the fact that this country could be better. You see, a politician is better when he knows exactly why he's in need. Are you there to improve society, build a just and equitable place for children to grow? Awolowo made us. My father was a poor man, 4 wives, 9 children. But we all made it to school because of the policy on education I brought about. And that's the reason, that is what lured so many of us to doing what we are doing today. A better society that can compete with the rest of the world and make it, you know, something that will be a pride to Africa.
All right.
And PDP is really, really committed. We made mistakes when we were there, I must confess. And those mistakes must be corrected. We must listen more to the people. But then we serve them better than this APC. That's the truth.
All right. Let's go home now. Let me get your view, Austin, on the way and manner the party will manage the differences that we've seen, the cleavages already in the party. A lot of people are not happy with a lot of things that are happening in the party. Some of the congresses didn't end well. In Oyo State, it didn't end well. Do you see that those kind of tendencies being transmitted to the grounds of the National Convention?
There can be, because the major, apart from Southwest, that we are having some little challenges, the Northwest, the Northeast, the North Central, everything is intact.
North Central says they want to have the national chairman.
Yeah,
but I mean, from some of them who have spoken to me, said, look, they have been boxed out of the ring and muscled, and they don't have the say.
I doubt the decision was taken way in an expanded North Central caucus. The decision was taken, and they were all agreed.
And North Central too is clamoring for presidency in your party.
It's thrown open that the position of the national chairman goes to the North. Do not deprive us of the presidency of this country.
Because
and you are very much aware.
Is it not just supposed to be natural? Because if you add Prince Uche secondaries from the South, is it not natural that the next chairman should be in the North Central?
That is what we have done already. We have Dr. Yu already waiting us to be confirmed on 31st October as the next national chairman. But between now and August, SA for our primary election, that do not deprive the North of producing not even the North Central is, we have a candidate, an aspirant already that is going for the president. So many will come up that we have the position of the national chairman in the North, do not deprive us of that opportunity. And for the issue of this, that what is going on in Southwest, you know the PDP, it has a strong shock absorber that will come out of this. It will be resolved.
The kind of shock absorber that we saw just in this Eagle Square also, that people walked out on the day of convention. The president was seated.
That was when
I remind
yes,
PDP
I
members,
agree with you.
because when you say it, you
we
say it as though
then.
Some of us don't remember
were empowered,
this
and it's part of the mistake Dr. Eddie said that we made. We were empowered. Now we have learned the lesson, and we are aware of the plight of Nigeria.
All right. We need to go now. Your final thought, sir?
My final thought is that we are ready, we are set, we will be equitable, we will ensure that everybody is allowed to participate. And I know fully well, because I'm one of the leaders, that we continue to work very hard to ensure that we bring peace to our party. And that no matter, because there is no perfect system, we continue to improve on what we're trying to do to make it, it better for the party to take over power from the...
You've sold your party tonight to many Nigerians, and perhaps you've colored it very well, put some ice in it, and you made it look very good. But it's up to Nigerians to judge. The APC guys also came. They decorated their party so much. It looked like very, very good on the outside. We don't know how things are on the inside.
We wait till 2023. There will be reality check. They too will be sorry. They will apologize to the Nigerians.
Dr. Eddie Olorogun, thank you so much for
coming.
So
nice to have you, sir.
Austin Okai,
thank you.
Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming.
All right.
Well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm sure Kimberly. Bye for now.